Hey, happy Homebrew Wednesday. So I'm going to do a kind of a multi-purpose Homebrew Wednesday. This is actually going to be a beer review, and I might talk about a few things, but first of all, I got a really cool beer mail from Chris. I can't think of how to pronounce that last name. Begins with a B, but after that it's a bunch of consonants, so it's kind of hard for me to pronounce. But anyway, Chris is from and Chris, I apologize. I should have practiced saying your name before the video. But he's from Brick&Mortar Brewing. I'll put his channel in the bottom of the information here. Make sure you go check him out. I think he just started. He had this really fancy video intro that he kind of teased us with, and I think he's got 1 or 2 Homebrew Wednesdays going on. But he reached out to me recently and sent me some beer mail, some 3 really good beers. He sent me a liquid truffle, this Belgian, actually it's a chocolate oatmeal stout, and he calls it liquid truffle. This is double time. It's a Belgian double. And then he also sent me a Scotch ale brewed with I guess it's got peated malt, which he won a contest with, so I'm gonna save that one for last. But anyway, this here is the Belgian double. It's got 7.1% ABV. IBUs are 20.2, and color. Wow, he's got the color on here too, 16.7, and it looks like to be like very clear and a little bit of amber, but I'll pour it out in a minute here. So this is a Belgian double brewed with Pilsen malt, Cara Munich, Special B, aromatic malt, Munich 1. The hops are Fuggles, and the yeast is Y yeast 3787 Trappist high gravity. This is really cool. I think this is the first Belgian double that I have ever had from a homebrew. So very excited about this, and haven't had a good Belgian beer in a while. So last one I had was a Westie 12. So but I'm very excited about this one. So let's go ahead and get into it. I can smell that yeast. Oh, this looks nice. Stop there. I don't think there's anything in there, so I'll probably pour the whole thing in it. Look at the color on that. I don't know if you can see this. Let me turn this around so you can see it. Look at that color. Is that nice? I better not be too crazy with the camera, because you remember what happened during my last beer tasting with Josh Hoover's beer. So yeah, there was nothing in there. So he must keg condition. Sorry. So let's get. Well, so appearance. Yeah, appearance is this thing is a very rich, deep amber, light ruby color, extremely clear. Yeah, it doesn't get any clearer. Curious how long you've had this in the bottle. This thing is like super clear. You know, also, do you use gelatin, and how'd you get this thing so clear? It's got some good bubbles streaming up. You can tell it's got some alcohol because they're not streaming up as fast. They're going up kind of at a slow rate, just a bunch of them. So that means there's probably some alcohol in there. 7.1%, right? And not a crazy thick head, but it's got it had about I don't know, 1/4 of an inch. Now it's down to kind of a ring around the top. But yeah, beautiful beer, Chris. So I'm getting used Fuggles hops. I'm getting the Belgian, yeast smell, but I'm also getting some kind of a mix between raisin and fig, which I don't normally get on a homebrew, which this is kind of cool. Yeah, it reminds me of, I have some plums, some dried plums in a bag. You get those big bags of fruit, that are dried. It's kind of like a raisin version of a plum, but they're nice and juicy and sweet. That's what this thing smells like. All right, nice smell. Wow, I love that dark fruit. Love that dark fruit smell. So, all right, again, thanks for the beer, thanks for the beer, Chris. Cheers. This guy can brew. Wow. I don't think I've ever used Cara Munich before. I think I've used aromatic malt a long time ago, but I've been doing a lot of light beers, so I haven't used aromatic malt in a long time. Okay, so it's got that dark fruit flavor, or aroma, certainly carries over into the flavor. I mean, you taste almost exactly what you smell, even a little more, actually, to be honest. It's like a perfect, you get that, I'm assuming it's the special B, that kind of, it's not roasty, but it's I would say not a very dark brown flavor, if that makes sense. Normally when you get a dark color in a beer, it has a certain roasty taste. Even if they cold steep it, it still kind of, has a hint of like tannin. This thing has that hint of a darker grain, but that's why I describe it as a dark brown, because it's not quite over the edge into the dark kind of tasting flavor. It's like a dark chocolate kind of flavor on the front. Take that back. It's a dark chocolate flavor on the finish. I think it's got just enough hops to kind of balance it out, because there's definitely some sweetness in here, but he kind of cuts that with the Fuggles a little bit. This actually, it reminds me of what a Westie 12 would taste like if they stepped it down from, what is it, 12.2 or 10.2 or whatever it is, down to 7. That's what this thing would, that's what a Westie 12, it would look like this, a little lighter in color, and it would taste like this. Got that same dark fruit flavor, not quite as intense as a Westie 12, but man, this is smooth. It blends really well with the aroma. The carbonation on this thing is to be honest, I think the carbonation's probably a little lighter than for the style, but I'm good with it. I think a Westie 12 is almost a little too carbonated for me. But guys, this is a kick-ass beer. Chris, man, you're in it to win it, brother. This is some good beer. I'm excited because I still have the liquid truffle, which, just looking at the ingredients here, and I'll talk about it when I review it, looks phenomenal. And the Oh for the Love of Pete, it won him a was it this year? Yeah, they took my original. So he won the preliminary round of in August of. Oh no, he won a contest in January. Then he went and did some kind of, I guess, well, you know what? I'll save all this for when I review this beer. Do the study a little bit anyway. A lot of stuff going on in this one. It's even been to the Beer and Cheese Festival. But guys, this freaking Dubbel is good. And I don't have any experience with brewing Belgian styles. I've done Saisons, and that's about it. But I need to brew one. And this is kind of get me in the mood to do that. My wife would love this. My wife loves anything, she likes anything over 10%, and she really loves like malty, sweet, boozy kind of beers. This would be a good, but she doesn't get to drink them very often because she's, conscious not to be slamming beers all the time. But this would be a good, in the middle of the week, compromise. I mean, it's got all those same tastes and flavors. It's a big old hefty quad that she likes, but with not all the alcohol. But man, he still keeps the flavor in here. So anyway, all right, I've rambled on. It's almost 10 minutes. Chris, excellent job, dude. Again, check out Chris's channel. He's Brick&Mortar Brewing, and look at the freaking label on this thing, man. I didn't show the label, but look at the label. This dude he's legit, man. Look at that. Got the little neck label, and then he's got the regular label, and you know, he's got all the ingredients in here. He's from Edgerton, Wisconsin. He's even got a government warning in here. The Surgeon General's government warning. I think something tells me this guy's looking to go pro. So, and if that's the case, I'm very excited for you because you make some good beers and you're not going to have any problem selling them. Cheers, guys.